The BOLT test, body oxygen level test as described in this book, The Oxygen Advantage, in 2 minutes, coming up. What's up? Gert from GertLido.com with Master Freediving. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm a freedive instructor, I dive from breath holds. This channel is all about helping you master freediving, including tutorials, stories and the latest news from the freediving community. And today, another episode of 2 Minute Crash Course. We're gonna talk about the Oxygen Advantage BOLT test. So if you're new here, consider subscribing, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. Alright guys, BOLT tests, body oxygen level test in 2 minutes. So the BOLT score is a metric for breathlessness during physical exercise or during rest. You're gonna hold your breath after a normal exhalation, and the BOLT score is the length of time in seconds that you can hold your breath before you start feeling the first physical definite urge to breathe. That can be your first contraction, it can be swallowing, it can be any kind of physical demonstration that you have to breathe. Alright, so how are we going to do this test? First of all, we're going to rest for 10 minutes. You want to be sure you're absolutely rested. You can lay down, you can just sit on a chair, it doesn't matter. Then you're going to inhale normally and exhale normally. We call this in freediving tidal breathing. It is the most simple way of breathing. Just a normal inhalation through the nose and a normal exhalation. After you exhale, then you pinch your nose and you hold your breath. And then you count the seconds on your watch. The number of seconds that you can hold your breath before you start feeling or until you start feeling this definite urge to breathe, that is your BOLT score. When you start breathing again, you should take a normal breath. If you have to take a big breath to catch your breath again, it means you have been pushing it too much. This is not a breath holds competition. This is a simple test to measure your degree of breathlessness. How quickly do you run out of breath? So when you start breathing again, it should be a normal, relaxed inhalation, exhalation, inhalation again, normal tidal breathing again, okay? Now BOLT scores go from 10 up to 40, with 40 being considered as very athletic. So we freedivers, we obviously want to reach 40. Now if your levels would be way lower, like 20 or 15 or maybe even 10, then don't freak out. It is common in athletes, high-level athletes, even Olympic athletes, that they have a low BOLT score. And this is just another proof that there is many athletes out there who don't really pay attention to the way they breathe. That means that if they would optimize their breathing, they could even be better in what they're doing. So a BOLT score of 10 is considered as low. When you have 20, your breathing is still not optimized, but it's already better. You already have a more steady pattern. When you have a BOLT score of 30, your breathing is calm, gently, effortless. I would say optimized, so that's definitely a good number. Also, the natural pause between your breaths starts to get longer. And a BOLT score of 40 is what we all want to achieve one day. Breathing is effortless, calm, gently, quiet, soft and minimal. At a BOLT score of 40, it is difficult to see the breathing movements, and the natural pause between each breath is about 4 to 5 seconds. That's it guys. If you have any questions about the BOLT test, let me know in the comments. And if you want to know more about mastering freediving, then hit the round subscribe button here, and here I have the full playlist of the 2 Minute Crash Course. So go ahead and click on that. That's it guys. See you next time. Peace.